Hey, my name is Bev, and welcome to Kholat. I know that this game is based in actually true happening, right? Something that has happened in the past.
56 years ago,
Like
Russia,
that.
the northern Ural Mountains. A group of 9 students of the Ural Polytechnic Institute embarked upon a
Oh, that's
difficult
really good.
winter
I
expedition to
won't
reach
have
the
to tell
Otorten
you
mountain.
anything. He's so useful that he's already telling us what's going on.
Their journey seemed to progress according to plan. However, on the 7th day of their trip, the weather conditions worsened. They lost their orientation and were forced to set up a camp on the slope of the mountain called Kholat Siakal. It was their last stop. 3 weeks later in Yekaterinburg, when their families received no word of their success, the first rescue expeditions were sent. On February 25th, 1959, an abandoned encampment was found. The tent was torn down and covered with snow, with all the group's belongings left inside. Further examination revealed it was cut from inside out. The surrounding footprints indicated the crew had fled the tent. They were barefooted. This suggests a frantic escape, characteristic of people scared out of their wits. 2 sets of prints led to a forested area down the slope. The rescue team found an improvised fireplace and 2 bodies. They were lying in but their underwear, with cuts and scratches to their limbs, suggesting they had tried to climb the tree in panic. What could terrify them so much? The next 3 bodies were found scattered a few hundred meters from the first discovery. One of them had suffered a fractured skull, this despite no evidence of a struggle.
I don't know if everything that's been said over here is actually
It took the spring
true,
thaw,
but
2
I'll
months
just
later,
assume it
to
is.
enable the rescue team to find the rest of the victims. The last 4 skiers were found buried in a thick layer of ice and snow. Their autopsies led to even more bizarre findings. All of the bodies had severe internal injuries caused by an undetermined force, similar to that of a serious car accident. No external damage nor bruises were visible, besides a tongue ripped from one victim's mouth and a strange orange skin color. Much speculation arose from these puzzling events. Such theories included attack from the local tribesmen, from an avalanche, or animals. Each theory, however, only served to create more questions. The truth behind this tragic course of events remains unexplained to this day. What really happened? Maybe the answer still waits to be discovered, deep under the snow.
Are we one of them, or are we some kind of detective that are looking for them? You know, who's looking for them? And yes, we are. Man, look at the graphics. Wow, wow, wow! It's so pretty. Damn. Oh, it's been such a long time that I played a game that has such a good quality graphics. Can I enter in here? No. Okay, oh, wait, it's too fast. My mouse is too fast. Yeah, it should be good now. Okay. Wow, man, it's so cool. The snow and everything. The sun. I mean, I can't see the sun, but, you know, the sunshine. All this brightness. Wow. Whoa. What's going on? What? When you keep running, he gets out of his breath. And then his vision kind of closes. So I don't know exactly what I'm supposed to do. Maybe it's just I'm looking for them, or what? The music is picking up. What's going on? It's dancing. Tension's going on. And I don't see anything. And the snow, I think it's getting stronger. Okay, there's a way right over here that I didn't notice before. Look, it's almost
Coming to me.
What? What? Who's coming to you? What the hell are you talking about? It's getting dark. Man, so cool. The trees are like inclined in a diagonal angle. And now I'm getting a cave. How? It's been so fast. Oh, damn it.
In the end, the only thing I saw was a flash.
A flash of
An
what?
insufferable burning light. The pain ripping apart my body.
What?
I felt it tearing out of my soul. After a while, I
What
was
is he talking
nobody.
about?
Nothing.
Did I
The light
die?
went out and I vanished
Like that?
into overwhelming darkness. I welcomed the end with delight.
Wake the f up. I don't know what's going on. I can't see anything. Oh wait. I can guide myself through the floor. I don't know exactly where I'm running to. And it's actually really dangerous to be walking in snow. That's one thing that I know, that you might step on something and end up falling in a chasm. You gotta be careful when walking around the snow, man. Yeah, you think it's just funny things, right? Snow angels. Oh, look what I found. And snowball fights. No, my man. You gotta be extra careful. Let's press E.
I
Yeah, that's
am
right.
right behind you.
Alright. Who is the one that's talking? I don't understand. That was Act 1.
Have you ever tried to hold on to your
really fast.
humanity? When others convince you of being no more than a subject, an object, which they can bend to their will. When they told you that you were a monster that deserved punishment, and you could really not remember your sins. When they took away your loved ones, leaving you to rot in the dark.
Ooh,
The problem is that in their darkness,
there's a red
you've
thing
never been alone.
on the top right corner. Not only the footsteps, they're made of blazes, they're amazing, but we're moving. Yes, we are. Cool, man. Night time. That's my tent. Can I just go back to sleep and forget about this nightmare? Man, the footsteps are... Okay, we got a compass, by the way. Okay, what I meant, there's that thing right over there, but I don't want to lose the footsteps right now. Where is that thing? I don't know which one makes me more curious, the red or... Whoa. Can I actually go here? Or am I gonna fry to death?
I set out the moment I heard about the incident. I was in the area.
I don't even need to
reported the
read
unit
in this
myself
game,
to
man.
be automatically assigned to the case.
Damn!
I arrived at Vishai on February the 19th, a couple of days before the Institute's rescue group. While waiting for them, I started asking around to see if anyone from among the locals knew anything about the incident. One of them said he had a hunting cabin in the search region and knew the area very well. I decided to use him as a guide. When the rescue team had finally arrived, I explained to them what the unit's role was in this mission and that all discoveries or observations should be brought to my attention before anyone else's. We established priorities, checked the equipment, and set off right away. It was not until February the 26th we found the tent that I believe belonged to the students. Initial findings show that the people in the tent cut its sidewall and for some reason tried to escape from it in panic. The tracks in the snow led to a forest 1.5 kilometers away. But the trail went cold after 500 meters and we had to carefully search the entire area. This was not a place of any average incident. We had shivers crawling all over our bodies because of the atmosphere surrounding us. I was convinced that something more than just an accident had occurred here. I had the feeling we were dealing with something unnatural.
Whoa, rocks! Rocks, rocks, they sometimes just want to fly away, you know. I don't even know what to say. And what the hell? It's gonna kill me! What? People are running! Follow that! What the hell, man? That was such a cool thing! This guy is so unathletic. This guy is so unathletic, he can't run. I just assumed that we gotta find this girl, or follow it. I mean, it could be one of the other 2, 3, perhaps, but... This one was the closest, but we can't run after it. Oh my god. Okay, I think I'm getting the idea over here. You gotta kinda run sprinting, and then you kinda, yeah, you know, I'm going a little slow now. You can't let this guy run full speed and get tired. He won't move later. Oh my god, this map's getting bigger and bigger. Looks like there's a lot of exploration to go on. I'm gonna take the right. You said left? Why?
I've chosen you. You are remarkable, just like me. But you
Remarkable.
are losing your mind, my friend. You're slipping slowly into the abyss, and there is no one to give you a hand. And at the bottom, I am the only one waiting for you.
No problem. No problem. When we meet each other, you actually know what's the bottom. The bottom of the bottom of the abyss. I'll be the one who will actually introduce you to that. It's getting darker, man. And it's getting really dark. It said be careful to where you point it at. So I don't know if it's a good idea to run around with this thing on. So many options. No, actually not. Never mind. What's this? It sounds like paper. Somewhere around here. Yes. Found it. Are you gonna read for me? No? Really? Okay. Mysterious lights above the Svobodna Cosmodrome. Mysterious events in the sky were noted during the night of 4 to 5 July. Yes, there were fireworks. Witnesses testified they had seen a bright orange sphere which had crossed the sky above the city several times, moving chaotically and immediately changing its direction of flight. Finally, it stopped and disappeared. Major Gierka, an aviation professional, confirms. It is impossible for any flying object we know to move like that. The military and Cosmodrome's personnel answered our questions in a short and firm way by distancing themselves to the event, informing there was no activity in that area as well as there were no tests performed. Oh, the red thing's actually... I don't know. Like an anthem. Or maybe... music? Tension? Oh, hoi, hello! Hi! I didn't get scared for you, alright? I was just trying to look at you. Oh, what did I do? It's running over there. Wait! Wait! Should I really have turned my flashlight towards that guy? right, mother. I'm gonna flashlight you. Yeah, get close. You see that? Yeah. Nice. You see? I'm just blinking it. Hey, hey, hey. What the hell are you doing? I don't understand what you're doing. I don't know if I want to. What the hell are you doing? Yo! Yo! I guess it doesn't like lights. So I guess I just want... It's coming from there. I learned my lesson, alright? I won't be bothering you. Oh! Me, man! Where did you come from? Oh, he's just walking towards me. Damn it! I wasn't expecting that shadow to come right in my face. Is he still off after me? I don't know. I can't see because it's black. And he's and for some reason, even in snow, this guy can get a good camouflage, you know? Well, I mean, he doesn't have a collar, right? I mean, he's transparent. He's coming right in my direction. He's walking towards me. Man, I want to flashlight you. I swear, I stopped. You were the one who was putting all those footsteps. Hey, hey. Yeah, that's right. That's right. You better stay there. Damn it. Even the sounds go low. I don't know what happens. Don't. Okay, good. We're doing fine, man. We're doing fine. Nothing bad happened to us so far. I didn't even die when we had that conversation back there. I was just being a as usual, right?
You have to go faster.
Faster?
You don't have a lot of time left. You have to hurry.
What the hell are you talking
Find
about?
the way. Find me, or I'll unleash hell upon you.
You got no idea of whom you're talking to, right? I guess I just won't go towards the smoke. I mean, this looks obvious, but I don't know. It's so dark over here. I don't want to look back. There's a lot of things falling. Nice. I didn't see anything. We're going fast. I'm kind of scared of that thing showing up right now. Okay, I'm gonna turn it off. See? Everything's under control, okay? Oh my god, we gotta find an actual way now. It's not just following. Okay, I guess I'll just keep going through this. Oh my god, no. I don't know if I'm stupid if I wanna go there or if I'm actually smart. Because there's like ways everywhere. Places to go everywhere. I guess I'll just go over here. Seems like the best. Because there's a bell tall lane. Is that a word? I don't know. So it seems like the place this is actually drawing me. So I'll go. No, it's that smoke! Chill down, okay? Can I open? Oh! Door and guy that's transparent! Oh man, I gotta stop being so scared.
We discovered the first bodies by the pine trees.
Okay,
A
now
makeshift
who's gonna read.
campfire
Cool.
suggested they tried to warm up. The bodies were only in underwear. I decided to thoroughly search the area between the tent and the tree line. I discovered the other bodies every few hundred meters apart. Their position indicated the victims attempted to return to the tent as fast as they could. This could mean that the threat was gone and the group decided to go back to the tent, or just the opposite. Someone or something appeared from the forest and forced its victims to run. At this point, it is difficult to determine what exactly happened. I have collected small samples from all bodies for further research at the unit's laboratory. I discussed the situation with the rest of the rescue team, and afterwards they focused on the visual inspection of the tent and areas by the trees, and I entered the forest.
I don't wanna bother you while he's reading, you know. I know that you wanna pay attention to the conversation, okay, and the story, so I don't wanna ruin it for you. I'll have plenty of time to read the whole game for you later, okay? Such amazing, intelligent insights that goes through my head. Okay, now we're following the moon. I don't know, I'm just going because we were blocked to come here before. Because of that smoke. And damn, I feel so triggered. Like, the guy, I didn't even notice the guy, I just noticed the door opening, you know. And when it opened, I knew that I was in deep at that moment. Fortunately, I took a dump before playing this game. Sorry, I know, you did it. I shouldn't have told you that. Well, that's kind of like a tip, you know, or maybe an advice before you play horror games, so you won't yourself. You see? What did I tell that I that I was gonna have plenty of time to read the game for you? With such amazing insights, and I'm almost never lost in this terrain. See? Wolves howling, prowling, shouting. I don't know. There's a weird noise again. Like, oh yeah, like a tree creaking or a hat. We got enough! No. A guard's confession. 72-year-old Anna Ann, after years of silence, decided to talk about events from her past. She told us, I am terminally ill and have nothing to lose. I want people to know what harm had been done, and all of this in the name science. Anna Ann described the place, a science research center where scientists allegedly conduct inhumane experiments on prisoners. There was a special chamber. They had never allowed us to even get close. It was guarded by soldiers. Although I did see people that were taken there, not many came back. I kept in touch with one of them. I asked what they had been doing there, and why so few come back out of there alive. He looked at me terrified. He said, Anna, have you ever seen nothingness? A deep emptiness with no end. I was there. I stood above the collapsed valley of the universe, on the border between reality and unreality. There is an abyss there, a gigantic well with no bottom, a dark cave of hell, and I felt it. It was drilling in my head, like ticking clock. It looked at me from below. It was sneaking upon me, and slowly started entering me, the darkness. Sometime later, the same prisoner gave me a letter to pass on, which he had begged for help. I was supposed to give it to the press and expose the whole thing, but the letter disappeared. Up until now, I don't know what happened to it. Anyway, they would probably cover up the whole thing. We asked the
supervisors
of the prison unit to which Anna Ann was subject to for a comment. Vladimir Kronsky, the unit's commander, strongly denied such events took place. He also informed us in a short message that Anna Ann was a guard, but never worked in the mentioned above center because an object like that simply does not exist. He sent Anna Ann's employee record as proof that in years 1940, 1950, she worked in Sukhanovka prison, also known as Special Object Number 110. She had been let go from this facility due to mental illness. A copy of her health record and medical certificate were attached. Is it dark again? I actually can go through it, man. Look, I know it kind of sounds stupid, but maybe I should go after this howling. I know it's different, but maybe, just maybe, it might mean that I'm actually not that lost. Unless the howling is just changing places. Yes, I can. Through the hardest way, but I could. And I did it. And we found something.
We are sitting in room number 23.
Progress.
Although sitting might not be the right word because we are running around trying to finish up packing anything else we could need. Food cans, tools, essentially whatever we get our hands on. We want to be sure that we took everything we could possibly need. We're running out of time. Damn it, where did I put my belt? I'm sure we forgot about something. We're almost ready. We lost the knife. We're counting the money.
Why would you
We're leaving the
write
room
it
in a
down?
complete mess.
Damn it.
So,
Why did
we
I
made
put
it to
my
the
belt?
train station. We're singing all the songs we know and making up new ones as well. Everyone is so excited. Finally, at around 3 a.m, we go to bed. I wonder, what is awaiting us when we get there? What will we see? How far will we make it? I hear the rest of the group breathing peacefully, and it's snowing outside.
Ooh. That sounds like right before the attack. So, about 58 north and 25 east. I don't even know anymore. I don't even know how to use this compass. But this is probably the place that we should be. Let me take a look over there. Ooh, it's go... No. It goes up and it goes down. What's that? Okay, I don't know how much down it goes, so let's go up. Just wanna... Yes, because... It seems like they're howling this somewhere over here. I don't know. Even though there is a lot of wind in this game, it's really fun. Oh, there it is. How did we get there? Yo, no, don't disappear. I pressed the wrong button. Okay, I gotta find a way to go there. That's it. Must be okay. Somewhere around here. Damn it. It's probably not that hard. Yes. What is this thing, by the way? Is it an UFO spaceship? Oh my god. I didn't see it before. How could I not have noticed it? The paper sound. Seversky is a closed city in Tomska Oblast, Russia, located at 15 kilometers, 9.3 miles, northwest of Tomsk, on the right bank of the Don River, and is the hands of Rosatom, the Federal Atomic Energy Agency, founded in 1949. It was known as Yati Poktavi. The fifth postal town status was granted to it in 1956. It comprises several nuclear reactors and chemical plants for separation, enrichment, and reprocessing of uranium and plutonium. The headquarters of the Russian Research Unit for Natural Phenomena until 1991, called the Soviet Research Unit. The unit's activities concern research on occurring natural disasters in Russia. I'm going to start walking around with this flashlight on. Let's go in. There's probably a lot of things over here. Hope I'm... Wait, this noise was over here? I don't understand. Open. Oh! Ah! My god! Ah. My hand now. Oh my god, what the hell just happened? Open! 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 Oh my god! Why did it open now and not before?
For a very long time, I could not come across any trail. The tracks came and went as if someone was playing with me, as if the victims were moving. And as soon as I was almost sure I had seen something and I would find something new behind the next tree, the trail suddenly went cold. I had no idea what was going on. Finally, I reached a small meadow. There, I found a bound journal, as if someone left it there on purpose. The journal belonged to the members of the expedition. They wrote down their thoughts and observations. Note, there were also some obscure entries, probably taken down in the dark, concerning the situation they were in. This could shed some new light on the case. I am attaching the journal to this report. We have to control the conduct of the investigation, and at a certain point stop the information flow. The facts concerning the incident cannot be made public in any way, shape, or form.
Nice. Get me out of here. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell is going on? The door just opened. I noticed it. I mean, I think I know. But where? Where? Open. Easy. Okay. Easy. My god. Is it open now? No. Okay, maybe it's just this door. It got locked before. And now it's...
Time does not heal wounds, as I've recently learned.
Okay.
This truth was pounded into me by pain, cruelty, and lies. I learned from this. I remembered. It nearly touched the essence of my understanding, becoming the revelation of truth, when they dragged me down the corridor with my shattered bones. When they operated on me to observe the misplacement of my organs, when they put the worst nightmares into my head, when they closed me up, put me together again and revived me over and over to test the limits of my endurance. And when finally, after so many years, they told me my wife was dead. Time does not heal wounds.
Look, Mr. Time does not heal wounds. I need to find a way. That's it. So I'll just keep exploring a little bit more. What? Yeah. Keep calling. Keep telling. Talking. Trash. That's what you're talking. That's what you are. A little bit too mean, perhaps? Okay, I'm gonna let you talking alone over there, alright? Bye-bye. There were at least other two people that went running away. Spirits, to different directions. Wait, what? Okay, maybe I'll have to go towards here. So confusing. Oh, there is one thing that I don't know how to get. Oh, we know where it is. There's no way I can go up there. Or maybe towards this direction. I can find it. Sounds like it's more than one. How'd I get there? And this guy keeps getting tired. Oh, wait. No? 27 north, 52. Am I actually getting summoned? I can't say if I'm actually doing what you're supposed to do in this game or just nothing.
11 a.m. We're finally here. We met a group
guess
of
we are.
Nancy people. They have weird tools. I think they're for hunting. We've also encountered local hospitality when we were not allowed to enter the railway station because we were singing too loud. But we received a very warm welcome from the local school. We had a bit of time, so we met with the students and told them about our expedition. When we reached another station, some drunk accused us of stealing his wallet. Police got involved, but luckily, after some explanations, the whole thing got sorted out. We spent the whole night in the train speaking about love, religion, politics. When we felt tired, we went to bed, but since the compartments were not closed, we decided to keep watch and switched every couple of hours. There are moments when I doubt whether we are ready for such an expedition. Disturbing thoughts are haunting me. Maybe we misjudged our capabilities. Others say we'll make it, but I'm afraid. I have a bad feeling about this. As if a shadow of fear was breathing down my neck. I cannot explain this. It's time to take a nap.
Nice. Now we must go here. And now maybe we'll be able to get to the other node. Yes. It's such a beautiful landscape. Like, look at this, man. The moon is amazing. It is amazing. Wait, I can't jump. I know it for sure. Because I'm pressing space. Or maybe he can. Oh my god, it's gonna be so stupid. Oh, I did it. I did it. The Soviet Research Unit for Natural Phenomena regarding the occurrence of anomaly 0H91. First incidents took place in 1950 and 1953 in the era of Igarka by the construction of the Transpolar Main Line. The works were halted and the incidents classified. Any witnesses were ordered to be eliminated. On October 17, 1950, according to witness evidence, at the same altitude as Camp 503 to the west of Igarka city, an emanation of unknown force and source occurred and caused instant death of 42 workers. The bodies literally evaporated and only shadows were left. As the witnesses testified, the incident was sudden and short. The next incident took place 3 years later, on March 14, 1953. Then, also in the above-mentioned camp, a solidification effect occurred. The bodies of 12 workers just froze. After autopsy, they were declared dead. The bodies are still lying intact in Section 12 of the Sversky Research Complex. But, okay, since we did it now, what's next? And this compass, man, I don't understand anything. Okay, I know what you're thinking, alright? Maybe I am really stupid indeed. I just gotta follow this point. Another node. I wasn't even paying attention, to be honest. Anomalies do not exist. When almost 20 years ago, I wrote about strange anomaly occurring in my city. As a reminder, I reported spatial distortions in between buildings. They thought I was nuts. Since then, mankind has been witness to thousands of strange, mysterious, and unexplained events and phenomena around the world. A lot was documented and supported with hard evidence. Unfortunately, to this day, prominent scientists seem not to note or simply underestimate this issue. We have asked Dr. Jarvis Norfolk from the American University of Technology and Life Sciences. Anomalies appearing practically around the globe is an undeniable fact. We know that at least several dozens of such events have taken place in Russia and the United States. But we have also received many reports of strange, extraordinary, and sometimes dangerous phenomena. Authorities must stop avoiding this issue because every year we register an increase in the so-called anomalies occurring. I do not know what causes them, but frequently the repercussions are tragic. Add to that the helpless attempts to cover up these events by the governments of particular countries that are just becoming more and more pathetic. In 1998, Kremlin officially denied that the Special Natural Phenomena Research Unit established in the 50s was to deal with the anomalies in any way. Where to now? If I'm right, we are incredibly lost. No. I am actually not lost. Let's run, guys. Yes. Let's run. Yes. Where to? Let's just keep running. Everyone. Makes the strength. Oh, the smoke is getting close. Oh, this guy's getting out of breath already. Wait, is it like... Oh, good thing I wasn't like waiting around, like doing nothing. Oh my god. All of them. They split it up again. Wow, look at that tree. Wow. What is this? No!
The human being's mind is a curious toy.
Another one.
Consumed by pain and madness. It resists, but defends itself from what can set it free. The path to understanding leads through contradiction. We deny one simple fact, the fact that humans are the real monsters. And as such, we should treat each other. Although I had been deluding myself otherwise for so many years, I have finally figured out my true nature. Remember that in the darkness, you are never alone. There is always someone who awaits your fall.
Ooh. Alright, where to now? God. Doesn't sound good. What? Oh, there's actually that thing. Okay, alright. It's slow and stupid. Oh my god, maybe just like me I was about to ask. Yeah. You don't like that, do you? Now get out of my way. Is this actually the place I should be going? Did I do something good? I guess I was able to find another one of the important notes. So we are... I'm speechless right now. Look at this place. It's amazing. Oh my god, this guy is not amazing. Yes. You see that flashlight? Yes. I saw something towards my right. Like over there, you see? It's like a place that we should go. And this guy, man, always. What the hell are you looking at there? You have a... Okay. I just leave him to it. It's not our tent, right? What? Why would I press Z? Wait. Can I like fast travel? Really? Oh yes, we're right over here. Just picked up that thing, and now we're going down over here. Oh. Okay, maybe now I'm understanding the game a little more. So we actually gotta go through this place. You can see anything, even turning the flashlight. It's so nice. It's so nice. Looks incredible.
Finally, we made it to the pass. Thank God, we made it. On our way, I felt someone was following us. I heard strange whispers around. I sometimes even caught a glimpse of a moving shadow in the trees. There were moments I could feel someone's breath upon my shoulder, but when I stopped still, hearing the snow crunching under one's boots, and turned around, there was nobody there. I had the impression this is a place of some horrid altar of madness. Nothing is as it should be. Or it's some kind of a nightmare. And then we found the bodies. Something told me not to look, but it looked like something was sticking out. Or maybe there was just some voice in my head which kept repeating, "Go down there, go." I can hear it clearly even now. So I went down and found the remaining 4. The way they looked, what on earth could have happened to them? I'm not able to describe it in detail. Smashed skulls, twisted limbs, broken ribs, torn, cut, or burnt skin. Never ever have I seen anything like this. A gruesome image of madness or some sick experiment. As if someone or something played with them and abandoned the destroyed toys in the forest. I felt madness was slowly but firmly overcoming my soul.
Good. Alright. I don't see the thing. Okay. So, got another one. We still got to go. I just go towards this place. And hope for the best. As I told you, I got no clue. I never had. But I just keep going. Believing, having faith that I actually know what I'm doing. Yes, you hear it, right? Yes. There. Yeah, that's exactly what I was looking for.
We slept in something
Yes.
you could call a hotel. Two
Okay,
persons
now I gotta
per
go all
bed.
the way to the
We
other
woke up at
direction,
9
I
a.m.
guess.
It was actually quite comfortable, although it was a little cold because we forgot to close the window vent. We ate breakfast, packed our things, and at 11 a.m. we were ready to go. We set off in the back of a truck, so it was a bit cold. During the ride, we talked about absolutely everything we could think of. On the spot, we spoke with some local workers.
Like
I
size.
remembered one in particular. He had a red beard. Friends called him Beardman. We cooked and ate dinner, and now we are resting. Half of the group is looking at some maps, the rest are sleeping. I started handling the equipment and writing. It is still a bit too cold. My hands are shaking, but finally my thoughts are much brighter than yesterday. No creepiness in them whatsoever. There's a long way ahead of us, but the only thing I can feel is excitement. It seems as if the forest is calling us. That beautiful, magical, dark forest.
That's crazy dark for you. Oh, I'm gonna move a little bit. Okay, we still got to keep going lower over here. And by lower is going south. It's really dark. And there's this noise again. Oh, it means... No, it doesn't mean that there's a note over there. I'm tripping. Whoa! Whoa! I found a hole! Oh my god, it's actually really dangerous. Ooh, if I wasn't running, I think I was dead. I don't know where to. And it's freezing over here. Not... What? Not freezing like the weather, I mean the game. Woo! Good thing I didn't stop walking. There. Why didn't I just try to go for the light? Right? Noise. Weird noise. Man, it sounds like something's... Damn. This place is so creepy. How'd I get up there? Ouch. Kinda... Whoa! Start on me. Run. Whoa, run. It's gone. Yes. And this guy's so tired. Man, when you gotta run, you can't get tired. Especially because you die. Dr. Grigor Atanovic's testimony on anomaly 0H91. We have never seen such a thing. The activity was off the scale. Energy readings was just beyond any reason. I remember Dr. Pietnik. He said he had heard singing. He saw angels appearing from the light. It was clear to us that it was dangerous to stay too close to the anomaly for too long, but we had to conduct more tests. Therefore, we decided to use the prisoners. That is why we created Section 22. Oh my god. This guy's so slow. When you have like such big places to explore, I feel like you should not get tired of running. It's taking forever to move around. Yes? There's paper. Just around here. Does that thing go down there? I don't know. We are in the right place now. Yes. Sounds like it's gonna fall. Ooh, door, thank you. So polite. Okay, what am I looking over here? Oh my god, there's one hiding over here. Hey, what's going on? I'm gonna hide you. Yes. No? Why did it even come here then? Oh.
The sun is just starting to set. I see it like I am there myself. As if I'm standing there in the middle of the forest. I'm not sure what is going on with reality. I'm writing with my own blood on a tree. My own name. Anton. No, not mine. His. The sun is just starting to set.
What the hell, man? Just read this.
Orange mist. Orange mist all around. I see their bodies coming out of the woods. I hear a scream. A horrific scream of terror. Is that my voice? I think it is. Where's Anton? Where did he come from? How did he get in? The sun is just starting to set. He's in me. He's in my head. He's coming in through my eyes. The eyes are windows to the soul. He has no soul. Where is Anton? I am dropping in a bottomless abyss, falling into the past. Dead and rotting hands are catching me on my way down. I can feel them whisper into my ear. Now you are ours. You will never leave us. I'm calling him. I'm calling Anton. Where is Anton? I don't know. I see nothing. My eyes are overflowing with blood. I have to escape. I have to run away. I have to start running. The sun is just starting to set.
Nice.
I can see you.
What the hell? Oh my god, I'm so dead. Did you see all that guy, man? He tricked me so bad.
Where are you?
It's right over there. That transparent ass is right outside. Well, let me take a look on map. So yes, we got the house right over here, 6673. I used to work with maps. Clearly, I was really stupid and I didn't know what I was doing. If we get to the right place right now, it means that I actually knew what I was doing. Am I lost? You might be thinking that, right? No, my man, I'm not lost, okay? You see, you just gotta be patient. I'm looking for the clues. I'm looking for the places. I'm completely sure that I have no idea where I'm running to. Excerpts from logbook. Entries written by Dr. Ivan Vansky. Do you know what we wanted to do? We played gods, telekinesis, telepathy, group hypnosis, causing mental and physical disorders, creating disintegrated space. Subjects did not even handle a sample of the radiation. The ones that somehow survived behaved as if possessed. communicated with us in different voices, language that we could not even recognize. And then all of them died, one after another. Some turned into rock and some into ashes. I remember one who levitated, all his limbs twisted, and he froze like that above the ground. A long time has passed, but it still haunts me. I remember it. I see it happening in front of me every night. Did anyone survive? They later told me that nobody did. But I think one of the subjects could have survived. Do you have any idea what we have done, my dear Anton? Where am I? Oh, I guess, yes. I'm in the actual right track. Unbelievable. But now, if I'm right, I should be going over there. Another amazing landscape, by the way. Okay. Ooh, what's going on? The sun, the sky. Oh, the shadow. The smoke. We don't... What? Where? To? Something to read. Yes. I can't find it. Right in my face.
I am an empty wreck, made in his image, but not alike. A servant, obedient to one master.
Oh, this guy reading is
My
amazing.
body is a shell,
even,
and I am ready
it's as
to
bad as
absorb
me.
him. Now I see the plan. I see the magnitude of devastation. The Creator summons me.
Yeah,
And I want to be
it
his
summons
food.
you back in
I am
hell.
humming his tune. I am looking at the world through his eyes. I drink the blood of his enemies and taste the rotting bodies.
I told you.
I feel the
place in
sin
hell.
sprouting under my skin. I hear screams in my head. I hear them calling me. I hear the calling of the ones that through him have already found their eternal shelter. Free them, my lord! Free them, and take me instead! Fulfill your revenge! At the hour of my death, an army of angels comes out from the orange light. Their song is made of one powerful voice. I feel their presence, their twisted faces, their black eyes drilling into my consciousness. They demand to finish the work. Oh, his presence is overcoming me. So poor and defenseless. What have they done to you? What harm? There is a place. You were there, and so was I. A huge gate, and the Creator hidden behind it. Only those few who touched him could understand, but you could. You understood, and I understood through you.
Get me out of here! Wait, there's smoke? Still... No, alright. So we just found this place. Good. Then I take another look. I guess the place is over here. Ooh, almost died. So, if I'm correct, there is a note around here, which was not exactly what I was looking for, but okay. Caution, a psychopath on the loose. A dangerous criminal has escaped from the Moscow Mental Institute. We have been informed the man is completely insane and delusional. Are we talking about Anton? I knew I didn't like that guy. There is a reason for it, because he's delusional. Oh no. And I don't like the guy that we're playing with too. Because he's slow and unathletic. And I can't move fast enough to progress. And that's scam. Am I going to the right place? Yeah, I guess. I mean, the tent should be over there somewhere. And oh, maybe now we're going actually towards the volcano. Keep running! Why he gets started so easily? Are you carrying like a body on your backpack? The note will actually show us if we're actually in the right track or not. Alive corpses on Siberia. Was there a top secret facility where scientists work on reviving the dead? Several elements would suggest that this is the case. We're in Inia, a town in Siberia. Here, there was supposed to be the institute where decades ago the most brilliant minds were to accomplish the impossible, revive corpses. Nowadays, in place of the complex, there are only ruins. It is difficult to determine what exact was there. Till this day, we can stumble upon things resembling medical equipment, but it is clear there was no hospital here, as the elder locals recall. One day the military came, marked out an area, set up a construction site, and it took them several years to build it. One building after another. People were happy because there was work, but as soon as they finished, the military surrounded the area with barbed wire fences and forbade to even walk in the vicinity. I remember trucks pulling up and soldiers unloading some equipment. Behind there was a large lot where huge delivery vehicles pulled up. People said those were refrigerated trucks. It had been going on like that for more than a dozen years and nothing happened. 2 or 3 years before they closed it down, some weird things had occurred. We saw them transporting people to the facility, and the whole village heard screaming in the middle of the night as they were murdering people. One day it just stopped. The trucks left, the military stayed for a while, engineers came, they tore the whole thing to the ground, and that was it. What could have been in that facility? When asked about a possible explanation, Dr. Lagiv, an eminent historian, says, it was not unusual for the previous government to build a facility hidden deep in the corners of Siberia. It does not have to have anything to do with any paranormal fairy tale, but merely with classified military activity. Although historical sources remain silent about Inia village and any military facilities or scientists in this area, it totally contradicts the inhabitant stories. We became aware of existing documents that could shed light on the case and extract from a correspondence where the names of the sender and receiver are censored mentions about a facility in the middle of Siberia where the military sends well-preserved bodies of convicts in refrigerated trucks for further research. Furthermore, the author writes, I do hope we will manage to do something with them because the mountain is becoming impatient and one alive is not enough. By the way, feel free to skip these tags. Funny to say that at this moment, right? Because I already have seen all of it and didn't skip a single thing, did you? You did. I can't believe that. Damn it. I think I made a big circle over here. I made a big oopsie. Okay, now that we figured out the map, probably all we gotta do is just basically this, okay? Follow the compass and try to not get lost anymore. Should I actually go to that bridge? I don't know. It feels like this is the actual right place. I've never been here before. How can I tell? Everything looks the same. Yes, everything looks the same, but just because everything looks the same doesn't mean that it's the same thing, don't you agree? A and a dildo look the same, by the way. I'm just saying. Why am I saying that? Here. Man, I'm doing fine in this game. I thought I was gonna not find anything. Is it too soon for me to say it? Maybe, perhaps, yes. Running, man. Keep running, man. This is the show and you gotta run. You got to run. Here, somewhere, we gotta find the node. Could be there though. Oh, it is somewhere around here. Yes, just gotta follow the flames. Nice. And then we gotta run to the right.
You know, at the beginning, I wanted to make things right. I believed God itself touched me. That I have received a chance, a compensation for the evil that was brought upon me. And understood that it is not God, or good, or restitution. Just a tool of revenge.
How am I supposed to leave? To run from those beasts? This guy gets started so easily.
Are you coming to me?
Okay, I'm gonna finish this episode over here. Thank you so much for watching it. Subscribe, hit like, comment anything that goes through your head that you wanna let me know. And I'll see you again in the next episode. Bye!